And now, a word from our sponsors. Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Their creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. Do it to it. And welcome to the Taters and Ribs and Botch podcast. Tater can't be here right now, but Botch is. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm a little bummed about SummerSlam, but we'll go into that later. Super excited about things to come.
Oh, yeah, man. I woke up last Monday morning. Oh, man, I was just blown away from a message I got. And I'll tell you, man, we got a message from a publicist, and coming next week, we're gonna have.
So hey, I was gonna tell you real quick before we get too deep into anything. I just saw a report that just come out. I don't know, just an hour or so ago. They're talking about Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic, debuting as early as 2020. Have you heard that yet?
Yeah, and I also heard he was training with Lance Storm.
Yeah, he's going through Lance Storm school and everything, which I think that's pretty awesome, especially, with Lance Storm at the end of the year.
Yeah, you broke up on me just a little bit, but yeah, I believe you said he's closing the school down. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Dominic, he's a pretty big boy compared to his daddy.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's a milkman baby or a mailman baby.
Hey, man, you don't remember from years ago? Eddie Guerrero's his poppy.
Yeah, he's bigger than Eddie, though.
I'm surprised they went along with that storyline, man. It was shocking that they even did. They even brought Dominic on the TV and the pay-per-view back then. Like, it was a custody of Dominic match or something. Yeah. Oh, man, what the hell were they on back then?
I know, right?
Oh, man. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. We got a special guest tonight, a guy named Krazie Boi, who's got some stuff to talk about. Tater will be joining us shortly. And we had a crazy Raw SmackDown after SummerSlam. I think we actually got a decent storyline going now. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I've got silly putty strung all over the place right now.
Oh, I hear that, man. The kids just drive you up the walls. I tell you, mine are... I'm lucky they're asleep right now. I think my oldest is awake watching a movie.
No, this is my silly putty. I have it in here in my little studio area, and I don't let the kids play with it because it would get all in the carpet.
Oh, yeah.
We have got hardwood floors throughout our whole house, except for the bedrooms and the bathrooms, and they've got Play-Doh, and that's a mess in itself to clean up when they play with it just on the table.
Oh, yeah. I'll be honest with you. I thought you said silly string, and I'm telling you, man, I've been down that road before.
We don't do silly string in this house.
Yeah, I don't blame you one bit.
Especially looking to clog up our Roomba robot vacuum thing we got.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but I'm excited, man. We got more than one guest lined up for the next few weeks, and potential for even more after that. So we're finally starting to pick up a little steam here.
Yeah, and if anybody listening, man, if y'all know of anyone, any wrestlers, we don't care. Indie, it don't matter, man. If they're in the wrestling business, man, and they want some free exposure, by all means, send them our way.
Definitely.
We'll gladly interview. We'll get them on here, talk to them, let them promote. We're all about helping out. We do this because we got a love for the show, love for wrestling, man, and it's about exposure for everyone.
Oh yeah, man, we're all about helping anybody, indie guys, big stars, get out anything, promote anything they want, even help indie guys get more exposure than they're getting right now. And we got some things lined up. I'll be attending Clash of the Champions next month, and I'll be staying at the Hilton. I didn't think about this till today. I'm going to get there super early, because this Hilton's like 15-minute drive from the arena. That's got some potential in it right there.
Yeah.
DC, I'm going to AEW on TNT. I believe they're going to call it Wednesday Night Dynamite, but they haven't announced it yet. They'll probably do that at All Out, hopefully. But we'll be in the suite up there. And things are just kicking off, man. We just started this as a side project. And, hey, man, I don't know. It's looking good.
That is. I'm here down here in Dallas, Texas, and we were listening to the radio today at work, running our routes, and out of nowhere, they come on with this commercial. Hey, would you like to meet Chris Jericho? Well, win a chance to meet Chris Jericho at AEW's All Out in Chicago, Illinois by texting this number to this number to enter. And I'm like, y'all are promoting AEW's All Out here in Dallas, and it's going to be in Washington. It's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, well they've got 3 or 4 shows lined up for TV already. Off the top of my head, I can't remember where. I'd have to look it up real quick, but
I think Philly and Boston, or it might be Philly and Baltimore.
I believe Baltimore. I could be wrong though. It just sounds right.
Philadelphia. Or Philly and Pittsburgh. I know it's Pennsylvania, so it's got to be either Philly or Pittsburgh. I want to say Philly. So
they're starting out hard on the East Coast.
Yeah. Well, you know who else is on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah.
Especially up there in that region.
And they're canceling. The WWE has canceled, I'm guessing for attendance number, ticket sales, they're canceling live events and rescheduling them like crazy.
Like 6 or 7 so far.
I know the business itself was in a pretty bad shape, back in the early to mid 90s, before the Attitude Era kicked off. And, other than the WWE being like a publicly traded company and actually having the money now, it seems to be going back into that direction, as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah. Well, they're losing major numbers because of the way the writing is going. Now, granted, with Paul Heyman handling Raw now, it's definitely gotten better. It's kind of gotten some of its old spark back.
It does. I personally don't think SummerSlam was quite as disappointing as y'all do. But as a whole, it's been a better pay-per-view than, I don't know, I'd say 80% of the shows this year. Extreme Rules was pretty awesome. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
SummerSlam is what...
Well, it wasn't a horror pay-per-view. It just...
It's more like what a really good Raw should have been, right?
it was a good Raw.
Yeah, a really good Raw. Like, I don't know, like, it seems like what Nitro used to put on as their Monday Nitros, they put on pay-per-view quality shows. For the most part, at least in like 97, 98.
Yeah.
Man, if they did that on Monday Night Raw, at least, I don't know, once a month or something, they tend to focus more on like their other ventures than their actual wrestling product. That's the way I'm looking at it.
I agree. It's you know, when you get down to it, you know, it's you know, Vince. I mean, you know, the way it is Vince delivers what he says. Especially from the movie Beyond the Mat. You know, he says we make movies, which means they're into sports entertainment, which means it's sports with entertainment. So I think they're more focused on the storyline and the not the acting, but like the shoots and stuff when they're just talking, not the action. You know, they're more focused on, you know, scenes and stuff rather than actual physical action in the ring.
It seems to me that the booking won't let the wrestlers tell a story in the ring like they used to. And it's all like overproduced acting.
Yeah.
You know, like I heard Mark Henry say how like him and someone like Rey Mysterio could get in the ring together and tell a story. You know, like there's no way a little man's gonna take down Mark Henry. But he'll do some like high flying moves on him and like wear him down and then take his legs out from under him. And then Mark Henry will make like that one crucial mistake and Mysterio would be able to get him like off the top rope or something and get him down. And it's storytelling. I mean, you could do that in more ways than just talking.
Definitely.
And I was like, man, you know what? That makes really good sense, you know. I believe that's when he was on Stone Cold's podcast not too long ago. That was a good interview if you ever get a chance to listen to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love hearing stories like that. And hopefully next week we're going to get something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've been marking out like a kid all week. For the simple fact that it's such a big of a star, you know. I don't know any other way to say it, man. I've been trying to do as much research as I can to be ready for this. And, oh, man, I don't know, I'd say we were scared of, but I mean, I always cheered for him. I can't think of a time I didn't, other than maybe at WrestleMania, you know, I gave part of it away, man. He was at a WrestleMania. But yeah, huge star. Oh yeah.
Well, my cousins were at WrestleMania, so you know. Maybe it was my cousin. I don't know.
It could be your cousin. He could be one of the biggest wrestling stars ever. Future Hall of Famer, maybe.
Yeah. You know, I have been told I resemble The Rock a lot.
Oh, I smell what you're cooking.
Oh, man.
And that's the bottom line. What?
Okay, Stone Cold said so.
What?
Oh, speaking of Stone Cold, did you get a chance to check out his new show Monday night?
I'll be honest with you. I watched a little bit of it, but I was on the phone. I was on the phone during that, trying to set something up.
Okay.
And boy, did it work out. I'm trying to go back and see if it's on demand or something on Hulu.
It probably is. It was a pretty good show. They had what's his name? Is it Rob Riddle? Rob Ribble? I know him. I know the face. He's the cop from The Hangover that tased him.
Yeah. I saw the beginning of it, but then the phone rang and I had to take that call.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. They brought him on the show and they put him in a big old army tank, and then they talked to some chef from out there in L.A. and he cooked up some fried chicken for him, and then they went and shot badass gun and everything, and went riding around in his Steve's, I don't know, big old ATV monster dune buggy, and talked about how he first was in the military, Marine Corps, got out, enlisted because of 9/11, and then got into acting and doing comedy and stuff. And it was a really good show. I'm looking forward to next week. So I think they got Sal from Impractical Jokers is going to be on there, which Sal is a huge WWE fan.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, he's on the show. We watch the show religiously here in our household. He's always wearing someone's shirt. He wears Chris Jericho, Steve Austin. He wears a lot of. Funniest one was he come on the show one day and he had Heath Slater's "I Got Kids" shirt on.
Speaking of that, and I hate to change the subject, but are you a heavy metal fan?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of Rowan's new gimmick where he's wearing a different heavy metal band t-shirt every week? Like, I've seen him wear Slipknot, Hatebreed, man, In Flames, I think Arch Enemy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a cool thing. I think it would be even cooler if he wore indie band shirts to help promote indie bands.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That would be pretty badass of him to do. Or if you come out there in a taters and ribs and botched wrestling show, sure,
That would be even better. Oh man, it'd be a pretty cool idea if we had the ability to print out some shirts and send them to our guests.
Yeah. I was thinking about that actually yesterday. Thinking about that. So yeah, we'll definitely add shirt sizes to our interview question list for our guests when we have them on.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. They're coming on here, and well, what I want to do for them is get them some exposure, and also just promote us, man. Just share the show, share the Facebook page, and we work together. I want to help indie guys get bigger. And we can't do that really without the exposure ourselves.
Right. Well, if you are listening to this podcast right now, ladies and gentlemen, you need to find that share button wherever it's at on whatever podcast listening service you're listening to, whether it's Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, public radio, it don't matter. Find that share button, hit that share button, post it to the Twitter, post it to the Facebook, and give us some exposure. We greatly appreciate it, y'all.
Also, if there's anybody listening that is looking for something to sponsor, just contact us or look under our show on any streaming service you're on, and there'll be a support the show option. That would be greatly appreciated, no doubt. And in return, we'll talk about or promote anything you want, 100%.
And I'll even go a step further that if you or you know of anyone that has a small business, a large business, it don't matter, and they want some sponsorship time for like a 10-second commercial, a 30-second commercial, hit us up. We can work out a deal, get you weekly spots on the show for sponsorship, promote you. We make a little money to put back into the show, because guys, we ain't making no money doing this. Any money that we're going to make off of this show, we're going to put right back into this show and buy better equipment and get better stuff to do, get shirts out there. And for those of y'all that are listening, I'll make a challenge to y'all right now. If you will go and share our podcast, share our show, tell your friends to go on our Facebook and like our page. Have them drop us a line and drop your name to us. I will keep a tally for the next week. And whoever's name comes to our email from a new like, whoever gets their name said the most to us, I will contact you. I will send you a Taters and Ribs and Botch Wrestling Show podcast shirt.
Awesome.
Start sharing, start getting us some likes, and we'll get y'all taken care of.
Do it. But honestly, we're not doing this for the money, and we're not doing this for fame. We're doing it because it's what we love. It's a side project. That's really how it started.
Yeah.
And, we just enjoy doing it, talking to different people, and we have a good time. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's no good if you're not having fun.
Exactly.
Definitely. And I'm hoping here shortly we can get our guest on.
Yeah. Where's he at? Is him and Tater still in the bathroom doing that Dutch rudder?
I'm going to steal a line from Tony Schiavone. I believe they're doing something called the glass bottom boat.
Either they're really good at it or they're really bad at it.
Ain't no in between.
No, there's not. Too bad they're not here to defend themselves, and they won't know about any of this until the show airs.
That's alright, I'm leaving it in.
Nice. It's the only way to do it. Let's see.
Well, folks, we're not trying to have all these pauses here. I was gonna announce something, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait till the next segment because I believe they're about ready.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go to the bathroom and fish them out of there. Make sure you got your goggles on in case there's a premature ejaculator in there. You don't want that lazy eye.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put on some protective gear for this one.
Yeah, make sure you take a black light so you know what not to touch.
Yeah, this is scary. I must be some kind of psycho for doing this. I don't know. Oh, lordy, man. Oh, folks, this is going to be a good show. And I tell you, we'll be right back. It'll be faster for you than it is for us.
Definitely. All right, go find them.
All right, I'm on my way to fish them out right now, and we will return.
Good luck.
You're listening to the Taters and Ribs Show.
Oh my God, I'm not one to cuss too much on this podcast, but fuck, that bathroom was so nasty. I think I got some on my church shoes, dude.
Yeah, man, my uniform's gone. I had to burn it.
What are you, Tater, are you not done yet?
Nah. I just started.
You just started all that time. You just started.
Yep.
Wow.
And the cheeks are slapping together.
My cheeks are slapping. Hold on. Let me see if I can mute myself.
Hey, how long did it take to get it?
A good bit.
Good bit. All right. Well, this is okay. Who we got with us tonight?
Working.
All right, guys, we got a special guest with us tonight. One and only Krazie Boi. How are you, man?
Pretty good. How y'all fellas doing?
Not bad. We got some special news. We're gonna.
I just need a minute.
Yeah. Anyways, Krazie Boi, you tell us. We've had some recent interactions with Duke the Dumpster Drozy.
Yeah, Duke. If anybody didn't know, Duke is one of the most interactive wrestlers on social media right now, and he's making a big comeback.
Oh, I'd love to see him again. I believe last time I seen anything out of him was at WrestleMania 17 in that gimmick battle royal, which I enjoyed the hell of. Especially seeing guys like Mean Gene and Bobby the Brain Heenan do commentary together one last time. That was pretty special.
Oh, yeah. He's been doing some small indie events around North Carolina, Tennessee, New York. He's doing the indie scene right now. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. We have a indie wrestler coming on the show in a couple weeks named Damian Wayne, former NWA North American champion and many more titles, but we'll get into that down the road. So,
oh yeah. So, how I got introduced to Duke, my friends, and we was running one of the biggest pages on Facebook, and that's how we actually started meeting a lot of these guys, and interacted with the promoters, and about 3 years ago, I got a chance of doing my first event, working ever, at a wrestling event. Besides backyard wrestling bullshit, but it ain't nothing like the big league.
No, not at all.
And, I ended up setting the ring up, and I got the chance to take a few bumps. I got a chance to meet Jimmy, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I got to meet Bill Apter. Both great guys, and I met some other small talent, like Jason Kincaid. He's definitely a great guy.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I met a lot of indie guys out this way, and I'm hoping to get some of them on the show here in the not too distant future. They're down to earth, man. Damn it, Tater.
What the fuck? Where'd that tater come from?
What are you doing over there, man?
I know that's happening.
That almost had me made me have a fucking Vietnam flashback.
I'm sorry about that. My damn headphones messed up on me right there.
Hey, that's all right, man. Happens to the best of us. I thought it was Tater over there doing something he shouldn't be doing.
I thought it might have been something I saved because, usually, Facebook don't like mine.
Oh, I hear that.
Yeah.
I've honestly only been put in Facebook jail like twice.
Oh, I stay in Facebook jail. That's why I got like 4 different accounts.
And I'm not gonna say what got me banned for 30 days one time because it's kind of racist.
I can't get put in Facebook jail. I've tried. I don't know what it takes.
Just talk about politics, man.
I'll tell you after the show.
I feel
All you got,
like Jay. I commit crimes and can't go to prison.
all you gotta do is say something like "go fuckers" or something. And, you know, they'll throw you in too.
Say build the wall.
Build the ball. Say 9/11. Talk about 9/11 and boom. Yeah.
Or how 9/11 was an inside job.
Did you say build the wall or
No.
Bobo Brazil?
I sold an AR-15 through Facebook and didn't even get caught. Probably shouldn't have said that, but it was a buddy of mine.
Oh, you can buy.
You're in You're in Texas. Everybody at birth gets a gun permit there.
Oh, no. We issue guns at birth. We don't issue permits. Permits are for the sellouts here in Texas.
What was that new Texas state law I heard about?
Let me guess. Your first gun was a 357.
Yep. It came in a little basket of shit they give you in the delivery room.
Baby's first gun, and it's a 357.
I hear in Texas, if you buy a bottle of whiskey, you get a free handgun.
Yeah, and a box of ammo too.
Hell yeah.
We have the dollar ammo month club here.
You're not going to get thrown in Facebook jail.
Yeah.
Not going to get thrown in the slammer for this show.
Isn't it true that in Texas they have the wine and the rifles right next to each other?
Just about. I'll tell you what's better though, man. Up in Joplin, Missouri, up there, there's a Petro truck stop there. Right as you come into Missouri off of 44 out of Oklahoma, there's a big truck stop there, a Petro truck stop, and right across the street there's a big old warehouse. And on the side of this warehouse, I shit you guys not, man, it says fireworks, liquor, and tobacco. And that's what they sell in there year-round. Because Missouri and New Mexico are the 2 states where it's year-round fireworks sales. And they have a liquor, tobacco, and firework warehouse. You can go buy all 3 things in this one stop.
I'm moving to Texas. I'm going to Texas right now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get in the truck.
No, Missouri. That's tater heaven.
They've got stuff in there, man. Back whenever I was over the road truck driving, I would always stop in there, man, because they sell stuff in there that's illegal in Texas. And so I would buy cases of the shit and bring it back to Texas on my way home and set it all off.
See, you can't really buy fireworks here in North Carolina. Yeah, and we have to go to South Carolina.
You got to go south of the border.
And we bring all that back. And you know, especially as teenagers, man, we'll have a big ass firework war with each other, shoot fireworks at each other.
Roman candles.
There ain't nothing like a Roman candle.
Good days. This was the good days.
Us Virginians have to go to south of the border too.
And you know, me and my friends and my cousin, you know, we used to wrestle under these fireworks and shit while they shooting off. And just, you know, we used to call it the gates of hell because we'd be stuck in the damn kennel with each other and then let the fireworks go off. I mean, we have over 1,500 fireworks go off while we wrestle.
You just set off a big fucking Saturn missiles, just firing off 100 of them all at one time.
Just pyro. Hell yeah.
We used to come up with big ass bruises though, and big ass burn marks.
I'd rather have light tubes.
I can't. And the stuff we used to do as kids and teenagers coming up, the new generation wouldn't understand it. They wouldn't be able to survive that shit.
Whisker do's, whisker don'ts.
And when we watched cartoons growing up, we didn't need a "Don't try this at home" warning because we weren't retarded.
Oh no, I am, and my retarded ass would do it anyway. You know, like I tell people, you know, being blonde-headed, cross-eyed, and retarded don't mix. You know. That's too many damn bumps on my head. That's why I'm like that now.
Alright, don't go Ben Wall on anybody.
Oh, nah. If anything, I'll put my body through hell. You know, I like the pain, you know. That's why I love to wrestle. Me and my cousins, we used to have the damn barrel live matches. All kinds of shit. And, you know, we should really die on that shit. But we're here, you know, So, how did y'all guys enjoy the SummerSlam?
SummerSlam.
It was alright. I mean, there was a couple of matches. I mean, me personally, I can't stand Charlotte Flair.
The character or the person?
The character.
She's doing her job.
Her as a person.
Right.
But that Bailey though, I want to tongue punch her fart box.
No, for me, that's Amber Moon. I like old Amber Moon.
Back to SummerSlam, I think SummerSlam was what a really, really good Raw should be. I think they could have done a little bit better on the pay-per-view, but that would have been an amazing Raw.
Yeah, that would have been a really good go-home show to a pay-per-view, not a pay-per-view itself.
What did y'all think about Dolph Ziggler and Goldberg?
Dolph is trying to get released from the WWE. And Vince pretty much told him to go fuck himself.
I've heard.
We were watching it, and when the match is over, Goldberg's leaving, and Dolph grabbed the mic and started talking. You know, I looked at my wife and I was like, he's pissed somebody off, because that was pure punishment that he took in that ring. And then again on Monday night, I
didn't see what happened. I didn't see what happened on Monday.
Guys, I've heard more than one person say Vince does this thing called vindictive booking, even if it's bad for business. Like,
they don't care.
Yeah, even if it's bad for the company, and if he pissed off at you, this is what I hear. I've heard more than one person say it. He'll book you to get squashed, or just look like a total fool. Even if it's bad.
Look what he did to Brett in Montreal.
I'll take it either one. Look at what he did to Owen.
Well, the reason why the Montreal happened was because of what happened with Medusa throwing the damn championship in the trash can on Nitro. That's exactly why he did that.
No, it was because Brett didn't want to drop the title in Montreal.
Yeah, but
also
Get Back would do the same thing.
He didn't want to drop the title to Shawn, and also he knew Vince probably found out through some other source that Brett was getting ready to leave and go to WCW.
But Brett told Vince that himself. It's been documented, and I've heard more than one person talk about it. Like, Vince couldn't match WCW's offer. Like, they knew he was leaving. He was slated to leave, like, right then and there.
Yeah, because if Vince went back on the Spurs with Brett for a lifetime contract.
I could see both sides of it.
I honestly side with Brett on this.
Oh, I do too. I don't.
Because, I mean, to this day, Vince will not let a Hart win in Canada.
Yeah, sure didn't Sunday.
No.
Just Vince, so hate to ask. That's why everything is coming to bite him hard after all the shit he's doing all these years. That's why WWE is in the state they are, because the way his ego is.
But once he leaves and the reins get handed over to Mr. Levesque, shit's gonna change.
Oh yeah. That's when I believe WWE will be great again. But they're gonna be in trouble if Vince don't get his head out of that stage. And I love Vince McMahon. I love WWE, but you know, at the same time,
Chris, don't worry, Vince ain't listening.
Oh, I ain't worried about it.
Sit down here, pal.
Goddamn,
I
pal.
ain't worried about it.
He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke.
I ain't got worried about it because I'll never have a chance for his ass, so I ain't got.
Oh no, it'll be a cold day in hell. It'll be a cold day in hell before any of us step into a WWE ring.
I have. So
As a fan.
well, yeah, but I mean, I've stepped in the WWE ring. Remember, we had WrestleMania down here in Texas not too long ago.
Hang on, you ain't the one who attacked Brett in the ring, was you? At the whole thing.
You caught him. Botch was the second gunman on the gravity knoll.
Yeah, I still like the fact that they still giving Titus O'Neil hell over that damn slip under the ring.
Oh yeah, they replayed that like 8 times, man.
That was what, a year or 2 ago now?
Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
The Titus O'Neil slip.
Yeah.
That shit's meme worthy.
Speaking of, I'm looking at a GIF right now of Edge sparing Elias over and over again from SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. We should book that kid.
But hell, I didn't think Edge could go out there and do that shit. And that's the reason why the Authority came back into play after Sting cost them that Survivor Series.
I guess he slipped through somehow.
They ain't them tell him. But I mean, I was glad to see Edge back though. Yeah, even if it's for that one spirit, you know.
I heard, I don't know how true it is, that he's been cleared to wrestle again. He just don't want to do it.
I have heard that before, and this was about 4 years ago when I heard that.
No, this came out right after he came out and done the spear. Like he's cleared all the way around. Him and WWE just don't want to put him in that spot to potentially get injured again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want
maybe he could be like just not an in-ring competitor, or just like maybe a trainer or something like that, or a hella manager.
Y'all remember what happened on Edge's debut match for the WWE?
Your what?
Edge's debut match back in the day on Raw in the WWE. He it was a decent match, but at the end of the match, he broke a dude's neck.
Wasn't that a draw?
I don't remember who won or lost, but at the end of the match, he done a move on this dude and wound up breaking his neck at the very end of his first match. That's pretty.
Draw got injured at a house show.
Oh,
No, this was.
He's gonna puke.
This was Jose Estrada from Los Feliz. I don't know how to pronounce it. that group that Savio Vega had. Los Boricuas.
Los Barreros or some shit like that.
Boricuas or something.
Los Boricuas?
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that, yeah.
Damn Puerto Ricans killing Bruiser Brody.
I had a conversation with Jimmy Parker about that, man. What if Bruiser Brody would have lived, man?
Oh, Bruiser Brody was going to be a badass wrestler. He was going to be one of the top dogs.
Him and Abdullah the Butcher were pretty much the godfathers of hardcore wrestling.
Oh, he'd have been part of the Attitude Era for sure, at least in one company or the other.
But I mean, Bruiser would have been a good, just even as a mouthpiece, people respected Bruiser.
Oh yeah, he just commanded it, and
I mean, he was like 6'9", a fucking giant.
I swear, the wrestler that reminds me of Bruiser is Luke Harper.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. In the face, he looks a lot like Bruiser.
Even his body tone, the way, that he really does look like Bruce Brody. From head to toes, and even a little bit of the style is just like Brody.
that's somebody I see winding up in AEW before it's over with.
Luke Harper?
Oh yeah. He's been wanting his release for a long time. You ain't seen him on TV. He's been cleared to wrestle for a while.
What about Sandow?
I'm hearing he might be coming to AEW. That's what I'm hearing.
I think he's coming to Fox News with Tyrus, if what I heard is correct.
Somebody call my mama. That was the stupidest gimmick I have seen in years.
Yeah, I remember when he became Tyrus in Impact Wrestling and he was walking through the back and a fucking disco ball dropped. And he like started having flashbacks and almost went insane.
Oh, damn.
Summerslam.
I tell you, I would love to see come back. Come to AEW full time. That's Brian Pillman Jr.
No, he's too big into MLW, so he won't.
Well, yeah.
So was MJF, and he signed a good contract with AEW.
Hey, I like him. He's definitely a damn good heel.
MJF is probably the best heel in the business right now, and he's like early 20s, man. He's young.
He's just like Pillman Jr. is just like his father.
He's got a ways to go. But yeah, he's getting there.
Within 10 years, he'll probably be one of the top stars.
Oh yeah.
Out there.
He's a member of the Hart Foundation in MLW right now with Teddy Hart, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Yeah, I was just going to say about that. I'm surprised WWE even let them use that name.
I think it might have been a copyright slip or something. Because MLW used the War Games gimmick for a while, and now WWE's got it back.
Hell, I see a few wrestling companies use War Games.
I think even now MLW's changed the name of it because WWE went and copyrighted it again.
Wasn't War Games the 2 rings and the 2 cages?
Yeah,
There
definitely.
was 2 rings and the 1 cage.
Yeah, but they're doing that in NXT now too.
Oh yeah, they've had 2 so far.
I like elimination chamber matches.
They was alright. I just don't think I love the old scalpel matches. I wish they bring those back.
Those are too dangerous. Way too dangerous. Just getting pushed off the one.
Yeah, Jim Cornette knows all about that shit.
You can tell that that's Jim Cornette up pretty bad just by listening to his podcast these days.
Yeah, he's a money whore too. I listen to the first 30 minutes of every one of his shows is plugging something.
Well, you got to do that when you got sponsors.
Like the first 30 minutes.
So, yeah, some people just like to get them out the way so they can put on the show for the rest of the time without interruptions.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to spend 15 minutes on saying that a book comes a graphic novel that he's involved in comes out on the 20th.
Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, I would totally be one of those people to get a graphic novel. I'm not gonna lie, because I am a Cornette guy. I mean, if you ask me who the greatest manager is and why is it Jim Cornette, I'm gonna give you the same answer.
Yeah, Jim Cornette was freaking genius. He still is, but that man is just crazy himself. But I give him.
I mean, he knows how to cut a promo.
That's for sure.
And he knows how to book.
And he's
but nobody can hold a candle to Mr. Heenan.
Oh, hands
The
down.
only one I say who can never come close to Bobby the Brain Heenan is Jimmy Hart.
Oh yeah, you can't touch them guys with a pole, man. Heenan, Hart. I kind of dig Heyman if he did more, other than the Brock Lesnar stick, but it is what it is, man. He's a god on the mic.
You're forgetting Percy Pringle.
Well, he's in there with them guys with like Hart and
Bear.
Oh yeah.
Paul Bear. He's in my top 3. He's definitely in my top 3 of managers. There's Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Dan Paul Bear, and freaking what's his name?
Brother Love.
He was Bruce Prichard. He was alright, you know.
Yeah, Brother Love never really did a whole lot, you know, a couple interviews here and there.
I think Brother Love was my favorite one because I grew up with Jimmy Swaggart in my household.
Oh yeah.
And he brought us the Undertaker. And he debuted the Undertaker.
Yeah.
I thought that was Ted DiBiase that did that.
No, he sold him. He sold him to the Undertaker.
Oh shit!
It was $1 million team at Survivor Series. He joined DiBiase's team. Brother Love walked him out to the ring.
Yeah. Because it was later a segment where Brother Love handed him off to DiBiase. Or no, handed him off to Paul Bearer.
Yeah. Well, later, years down the road, man, when they brought up Undertaker versus Undertaker at Survivor Series, that's when DiBiase said that he had sold him or something. All right, folks.
An amazing entrance, an amazing debut for pretty much who I think is going to be the next Undertaker.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt is already the next Undertaker, and that's what made me so mad that Brock Lesnar ended the streak, because Bray Wyatt would have been perfect for the Undertaker to pass the torch to.
The Undertaker.
Everything, the new face of fear, that was Undertaker shit back in the day.
Yeah, the Fiend versus the Undertaker would be a great farewell match.
If Bray Wyatt beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania, though, we would never have gotten the Fiend.
No, do it as the Fiend. Now,
now, yeah. Definitely now, but they did have a match, and I'm glad it worked out the way it did. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of Lesnar beating the streak. No way.
Yeah. And that streak will never be matched. Nobody will come near that down.
Alright. Here's a question for you guys. Who do you think deserves to break Ric Flair's title record?
Nobody.
Orton.
I say Orton.
You are the weakest link, Ribs. Goodbye.
No, I don't think no one should touch Flair's record ever.
It's gonna be broken eventually.
Yeah, John Cena's gonna get it. We all know that, but no, Cena shouldn't be considered as Ric Flair. Hell no.
I don't think John Cena's about done wrestling. You might get a special occasion match here or there.
That's why I think it should be Orton.
You know what? I think I got a better one for you. I think it should be the guy that's coming on our show next week. I started to announce him at the beginning of the show, but we kind of lost track and started talking.
You shut your whole mouth.
Alright, so Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar.
I was honestly asleep when that match started.
That was a good match. Brock actually, fans went into that match booing Seth. They came out cheering him.
Yeah.
And that's because of Brock Lesnar. It's nothing Seth done. It was all Brock's doing. He made Seth in that match.
And honestly, that's probably Heyman's doing, because he wants Brock to drop the title to make the title relevant again, and also so Brock can move to Fox.
That's some of it, but
Fox wants Brock as the WWE champion. But they say how bad the ratings is. If he go over there, then it ain't gonna help him one bit.
Well, sick as I was of seeing part-time Brock, I learned something about him in this match, is that he does have a good in-ring psychology.
Oh, Brock Lesnar is great. He's just, he's changed ever since he left the first time.
Well, that's basically the way they're booking him, though. I mean, it's partially his doing, because he knows how to negotiate a contract, but Now that he's showing up more, he's doing more, and I'm not saying I'm a big fan of his character, but his in-ring work with Seth, that was pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, and Brock Lesnar will be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I mean, he is a great wrestler. He is one of the youngest world champions in history. Besides Randy Orton.
Oh, he's beaten Hulk Hogan, Flair. He beat The Rock.
He beat The Undertaker.
Yeah, he's been in the ring with just about everyone.
Yeah.
What did y'all think of AJ Styles versus Ricochet? Or Rick O'Shea?
It was bullshit.
I've seen better.
Yeah, I've seen better. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Ricochet's new get-up. To me, he looks like a Tron reject.
I like Ricochet though. He's good.
Yeah, I like them both. That match was a letdown. They had a better match on Monday Night Raw.
Exactly.
I like to see just a straight up one-on-one match with no BS, no interference, nothing. Just one-on-one, clean finish.
Put both of them in a cage.
It's the WWE though. They'll work their way around that. Hell in a Cell. Yep.
Have a OC on a pole match.
No, I read.
They're all hanging from poles.
Ah, damn.
We got Vince Russo on the show.
The bag of heroin on a pole match.
Oh, God.
I read.
Don't get me started on the Junkie Battle Royal again.
No, I read that Kofi and Randy Orton's feud is going to lead up into a Hell in a Cell in October. I wasn't a fan of that match last Sunday either. Just for the finish, man. And crowd showed it too. They booed the hell out of it.
Yeah.
The crowd chanted bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just ready for next year, really. As soon as the Fox shit comes on, I'm ready for the fall season, really.
Damn right. Big giant SmackDown reunion, 20th anniversary show. Hulk Hogan, man, just a whole list of legends. You know they got to get The Rock on there.
They're gonna have to do something big.
Oh yeah. Brock Lesnar's scheduled to be there.
If it wasn't for The Rock, they wouldn't be no SmackDown.
You right.
And really, they wouldn't be.
Well, he's definitely the one that named it. Well, SmackDown Hotel.
That just makes me to think about the old PlayStation game commercial with them brawling in the damn hotel.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of feedback from one of y'all.
It weren't me.
There we go. It's gone. Memories of that bathroom break.
Like I gotta take a dump. Something awful.
Again? Again?
No, my cheeks ain't flapping yet.
You riding the glass bottom boat?
Wait a minute, man. Where are my scissors?
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. That's funny. That's funny.
What did y'all think of that Raw and SmackDown that followed?
I didn't get to watch Raw. I don't like watching Raw on Hulu. They edited that shit out too quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, honestly, I haven't seen it down.
See the whole damn thing.
Well, it was a badass return from Sasha Banks. I wasn't really a fan of hers, but her return, that was a great segment. And she beat the hell out of Becky Lynch and Natty. There's a chair shot to the head.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I did get to see a clip of it. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I figured she would have went to AEW with it, how everything went down with her showing her ass in the hotel room and everything, you know, but I'm glad to see her still there, you know. She's taking it out, you know, I respect that.
Oh, yeah. Well, what y'all think? Did you get to see SmackDown?
Yeah.
That's got probably the greatest storyline going in wrestling right now with, I like to call it Who Shot Roman. It's a good storyline, plus it's keeping him far away from the WWE title. So, I mean, it works out for everyone.
Yeah, it's making it. And who wrote that? Was it Bischoff?
I'm not sure.
Bischoff is actually writing.
But it's leaving us with a cliffhanger every week, man. I love it.
You know, that's what they used to do on the old Nitros.
Yeah.
They leave with a cliffhanger.
Oh, shit.
Or when they'd spray paint the NWO on somebody's belly, and they would just fade to black.
Tater, you know what happened? You know why they're doing this? Somebody in the WWE listened to one of our earlier shows when me and you was talking about the exact same thing.
They were like, holy fuck, this is actually a good idea.
Right? Damn it, man.
But I did get to watch SmackDown. I did record that.
SmackDown's been a decent show.
But I can't believe they fined them. Shane fined Kevin Owens $100,000. That was kind of bullshit.
It is, but that's leading into something good. I guarantee it.
Oh, it's going to lead into a loser leave town match.
But I do see a three-way between Charlotte, Amber, and then, you know, Bayley for SmackDown title.
Oh, I thought you meant at home. No.
Somebody upload it to Pornhub.
Before we wrap this up, who do y'all got King of the Ring?
Kevin Owens.
I don't know who else in the tournament.
Well, give me just a minute.
You can't ask a question if you ain't got the setup for it.
No, I mean I got my answer, but I don't. Shelton Benjamin's in it. Baron Corbin. I don't have the complete list right in front of me.
They're gonna give it to a heel.
And I know who I'm hoping for. And this is somebody that y'all don't know that we need, but we need this. And y'all know we need King Joe.
King Joe.
You just imagine Samoa Joe with the robe and the crown.
If they're gonna put King of the Ring on a heel, it can't be Joe because they're about to turn him face.
That's the WWE with their flip-floppy booking. You never know. And he's been off, you know.
Yeah, we wait the whole show 5 minutes before showtime. Sit out here, pal.
Yep.
Pronouns, pal.
My buddy said he thinks that Elias gonna become king, and not everybody can walk with King Elias.
Alright, guys, here we go. We got from Raw, Baron Corbin, Cesaro, Cedric Alexander, Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. And from SmackDown, we got Ali, Andrade, Apollo Crews, Buddy Murphy, who they're building up right now, Chad Gable, Elias, Kevin Owens, and Shelton Benjamin.
I'm going to go with Buddy Murphy.
I still go with Joe.
I'm going to go with Kevin Owens.
I'm going to say Drew.
I ain't heard nothing about Drew in a while.
Yeah, he's been feuding with Cedric Alexander. Actually been pretty entertaining. Huh?
It ain't gonna be Shelton Benjamin.
No, I can see Drew getting it. I just see a King Joe. I think he can pull off the King gimmick better than anyone else. Give him someone like a mouthpiece also, like Paul Heyman, even though Joe's good on the stick. It kind of reminds me of Harley Race and Bobby Heenan.
Damn.
Alright, so we got an announcement to make, right? In the next segment?
Yeah, we're going to do that in the next segment, I guess. Chris, you want to hype your podcast here?
It just look up, the Crazy Talk with Krazie Boi. That's all you gotta do.
Crazy Talk with Krazie Boi. Where can we find that on? Spotify, Anchor, what platform?
Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and other ones. I'll post on. Yeah, I got Facebook. It's Krazie Reynolds.
That's Krazie.
Yeah.
Alright, man, it's been fun, man. There you have it. That was our SummerSlam review.
I definitely had fun.
Oh yeah, man, we've had a blast. Hope to have you back one day.
I appreciate it.
Alright, Chris, you have a good one, man, and we'll definitely stay in contact, and you'll come back on one day. I look forward to it.
Oh, yeah, y'all have a great one. I hope y'all have a great night, too.
Alright, bud, you do the same.
Thanks well, buddy.
Alrighty. One.
Alright, we're back, everybody. Mike here. Want to give a big shout out and thank you to Krazie Boi, Chris Reynolds, for joining us tonight, promoting his podcast and chatting with us. I guess the wait is over. We've been promoting for a few days now. Ribs, are you there? Are you with us still?
I'm here, and I tried to announce this a few times throughout the show, but just didn't work out for me, did it? All right, guys, are y'all ready for this? Can I get a drum roll?
What was hey, real quick, on Chris's podcast, what was the name of that podcast? How did you spell that again? How do you spell crazy? I know the word spelling on it.
Krazie. It's Crazy Talk with Krazie Boi, and he spells boy B-O-I.
B-O-I, not B-O-Y. B-O-I, like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. It's got some fancy spelling to it there, so make sure, you go hit him up, give him some likes on Facebook, show him some love and some support.
It's simplified for all the plebes out there.
Chris Krazie Reynolds is the name. He's a good old boy. And I had fun talking to him.
I'm country boy from North Carolina. Or was it South? No, he said North Carolina because he has to go to South Carolina to get fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so back to where we were at.
Yeah, I was asking for a drum roll.
A drum roll. Oh. For what? What's the drum roll for? I forgot. What are we doing?
We're doing, we got this huge announcement.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Shouldn't have had that extra cheese on that burrito. I guess I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
It's like camping.
No, I tried the Dutch oven the other half, and I got damn near beat to death with cast iron skillet.
What was that, the end of the...
Hey, Riz, it's funny you would mention a Dutch oven right now.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to hear about that glass bottom boat.
All right, we ready? We ready for this? We've kept the fans waiting too long. We're procrastinating too much. Let's do this shit.
I'm excited. Y'all excited?
Don't talk about shit. I've got the shit.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming on our show next week, some have known him as Lord Humongous. Some have known him as Sid Justice. Some have known him as Sid Vicious. Some have known him as Psycho Sid. The one, the only, the master, the ruler of the world, Sid Udy. Two-time WWE World Champion, two-time WCW World Champion. And I am excited as can be.
I am completely marking out. This guy here is the original anti-hero all the way around.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy in the hog and shit, okay?
Before Stone Cold Steve Austin, it was Sid Vicious, Sid Psycho Sid Justin, you name it. We are stoked, ladies and gentlemen, to have Mr. Sid Udy on our show next week. It is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Promote. Tell everybody to tune in next Friday.
Yes, sir, man. He's got a few things he'd like to talk about and plug, and we're more than happy to have him on, man. And I'll tell you, man, I can't wait. Next week just can't come fast enough.
Yeah, just bring it on. Next week can't hurry. Like you said, next week can't get here fast enough.
I'm so excited. Like, I was cheering for this guy when he pulled Hogan out of the Rumble, and I was knee-high to a grasshopper. A little bit later down the road, when he was Shawn Michaels' bodyguard and he turned on him, I was like, yeah. Future Hall of Famer, 100%.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone. With that said, we're going to start working on next week's show. It's been good. We've had fun. And we'll see you next week.